game Wildshade. So it's sort of a fantasy horse game. One of the people in the email list recommended it to me. I haven't played it a whole bunch, to be honest, but I have played it a little bit. And it's pretty fun. There's no real storyline or anything, but it's just kind of fun. It's, creative enough in the looks that there's a fantasy element, but you still get the real horse look. So I'll take you through some of the things quickly, and then of course we'll look at the main part of the game, which is the racing aspect. So you can breed your horse, the horses change. Here you can see there's 6 hours till they change again. You can click through them, you can see the cost, possible outcomes. You can equip your horse with different tack. I don't have much, but you get the idea. Bridles, blankets, hairstyles, hair dye, etc. You can also change your rider. You can see the horses in your stable. So I have 2 at the moment. You can see what their stats are. This gives you a little information about each stat. You can see how much till they ascend to the next level. It's called ascension, so they get to the next level. You can brush them when they're dirty. So let's see. So here you can see I just take a brush, I go over my horse, and then they reach full cleanliness. I'm not really sure what the benefit is there, so if you know, please feel free to leave me a comment. Like I said, I haven't played the game a whole bunch, so I'm not super familiar with anything. So any like tips, tricks, advice if you played the game, or you just like happen to know something, feel free to leave it in the comments, because I definitely do not know a whole bunch about this game. I just kind of wanted to give you like a look at it. So you can buy horses for real money, of course. There's daily offers if you watch ads. You can buy sun crystals and moon coins, which can be used to purchase things. You can get brushes for your horse. So let's look at the, oh, and then in the collection, you can sort of see like what everything is. So it shows you all the different possible colors, looks, eye colors, front leg markings, everything. That just kind of gives you an idea what's out there for the horses. So let's look at the race. So there's tournaments and campaigns. I'm honestly not really sure what the tournaments do versus the campaigns. I mostly just do the campaigns. As you go along in the campaigns, you unlock more stuff. So here you can see I unlocked this horse. Here I got an extra horse box. So that's kind of nice. So let's try this new one I just unlocked. You can change your horse if you want. I'll stick with this one. In terms of the racing, you're playing against non-real people, so it's just like computer generated. It's pretty easy to win. I will say I win about like 80% of the time, so it's not guaranteed by any means. But it's not like one of those games where it's impossible to win. Now, in each one, you do get stars for like when you're done. I think it's either 5 or 6. I can't remember what the top one is right this second, but at the end of this race, we'll see. And so you do need a certain number of stars to like unlock different things. So it is kind of, there must be some strategy, but I haven't really figured it out. So again, if you're familiar with the strategy to get more stars as you are going through, please like feel free to let me know in the comments. So on the right hand side, you can see that where it has that percentage, and that tells you where you are in terms of your speed percentage. So obviously when I take a fall and stuff, that hurts my speed percentage. It takes a while to build back up. The jumps obviously help your speed increase, and there's usually a few routes available. So there is obviously some strategy in it. Again, I'm just not great at figuring out what that strategy is. So you can see in the upper left-hand corner is the race map. And then next to that, it tells you what position you're in. So I'm in 5th at the moment. And the 1 out of 2 means I'm on my first lap out of 2. So now it says 2 out of 2 because I'm on my final lap. So we're going. jumping over stuff to increase my speed. Collecting the orbs. I'm also not sure what the orbs do, but maybe someone will tell us. So, you get knocked down, but then usually you can recover pretty easily. Some are harder than others for sure, and as you go up, I'm sure they get harder. And then it shows you, like in that one, it had that red thing around the person in front of me, which shows me like it was going to hit them. So if you're really strategic, you can use that to your advantage. And I'm not great. And then when it says high, I believe that's when you've used your potion like successfully against someone. But again, I'm not 1,000% sure. And you just try to keep going. And yeah, so now we've ended the race. It'll show you your position. You can redo it or you quit. It shows you your coins earned. It shows you how many stars you earned. Rank points, action points, time points. So hopefully someone can enlighten us on what it all means. But it's a pretty easy game. You don't have a storyline. You can just kind of pick it up and put it down. So that's kind of nice. And then you get through the levels and you get different bonuses for getting through the levels, which is nice. There's also a reward road. So now I'm at level 8. I get a new bridle. So kind of fun, keeps it a little bit interesting. I hope this gives you a quick idea of what the Wildshade game is sort of like. And yeah, if you have any tips, tricks, advice, other games to try, feel free to drop them in the comments.